Yes.
What is playing the whole second half feel like?
I'm tired now, but we got to win, so I'm happy.
Luka, what does it mean for you to, after having great individual series the last couple of years, to be able to finally get to this first round of this team?
I'm happy, man. I'm very happy. It was tough. Had a couple games, last game we were here, we could have won, but we didn't. Same thing happened right now, but they missed the shot. So I'm just really happy to go past first round.
What were you thinking when you saw Bogey over there so loud?
Oh man, I thought he don't miss a lot of those. So my heart stopped. But man, I felt like that shot was going like 15 seconds. I don't know. I was just hoping he misses. Happiness, man. I think we worked really hard to get here. I think we deserve to get past first round, and everybody fight their ass off today. I think we didn't play good today, but everybody was fighting. Everybody was staying together, and just keeping everybody together was the key to win this game.
For the first time since 2011, the Dallas Mavericks advance in the NBA playoffs after getting a 98-96 win in game number 6 on the road versus the Utah Jazz. They will face the Phoenix Suns in the Western Conference semifinals starting on Monday. This is Inside the Mavs right here on Kevin Gray Sports. My name is Kevin Gray. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kevin Gray Sports. Be sure to hit that subscribe button right there for all things Kevin Gray Sports here on YouTube. And you can catch me on your home of the Dallas Cowboys and Texas Rangers, 105.3 The Fan. Jalen Brunson's three-pointer to give the Dallas Mavericks a 97-94 lead with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter was the difference in the ball game as the Dallas Mavericks win the series 4-2 over the Utah Jazz with a 98-96 win on the road in Utah. The Dallas Mavericks move on to the Western Conference semifinals to take on the Phoenix Suns. When you look at the numbers in this game, give credit to Luka Doncic, who played the entire second half of this game, all 24 minutes in the second half. Dorian Finney-Smith, 45 minutes in this ball game. He had a playoff career high, 18 points. Luka Doncic had 24 points. Luka going 4 of 10 from the three-point line. Spencer Dinwiddie in this game, 19 big points, 7 of 12 from the field, 4 of 7 from the three-point line. I told you going into game number 6 that Spencer Dinwiddie had to be the X factor for the Dallas Mavericks to be able to walk out of Utah with the win, and that's exactly what he was in game number 6. 19 huge points, the best game of this series from a shooting standpoint for Spencer Dinwiddie. It was not without trepidation, though, for the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks started this game 0 of 10 from the three-point line, was dominated in the paint by the Utah Jazz in the first half, where they had 34 points in the paint, and they got into the lane at will against the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks' inability to stop dribble penetration in this game, especially in the first half, was a big reason why the Utah Jazz were able to close in that first half on a 18-6 run to take a 12-point lead at halftime at 53-41. But then the second half turned around for the Dallas Mavericks. They outscored the Utah Jazz 36-19 in the third quarter alone. They started knocking down shots from the outside, stopping the dribble penetration, which bled over into the fourth quarter. And the Dallas Mavericks were able to turn things around, especially in that third quarter. When you look at some of the numbers from that third quarter alone, Luka Doncic, 4 of 7 from the three-point line, 2 of 4 from downtown. Obviously, when you look at Jalen Brunson, he was 2 of 3 from the field. Spencer Dinwiddie was really good in that third quarter, going 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Luka Doncic, 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, outscoring the Utah Jazz 36-19 in that period. Jordan Clarkson was not good in that period. He went 0 of 2. He was a negative 11. Rudy Gobert, a negative 17 in that third quarter, played the entire third quarter. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell was not great, disappeared in the third quarter. The Dallas Mavericks defense clamped down on the dribble penetration in the second half to really give themselves an opportunity to win. We heard Luka Doncic after the game talking about how tired he was. Here he is again talking about how tired he was, but how happy he was, obviously, for the Dallas Mavericks to walk out of Utah with a win after playing the entire second half. Here's Luka Doncic.
Are you tired?
Yes.
What is playing the whole second half feel like?
I'm tired now, but we got to win, so I'm happy.
Luka, what does it mean for you to, after having great individual series the last couple of years, to be able to finally get over this first round hump as a team?
I'm happy, man. I'm very happy. It was tough. Had a couple games, last game we were here, we could have won, but we didn't. Same thing happened right now, but they missed the shot. So I'm just really happy to go past first round.
So give credit to the Dallas Mavericks, a resilient group once again. If you remember, this was a team that led the NBA with double-digit comeback wins, had 17 such wins during the regular season. They overcame a 12-point deficit at halftime in Game 4, had a 3-point lead going into the fourth quarter of Game 4, had a 4-point lead with 39 seconds left of Game 4, but was not able to lock it down to get the win there. Fast forward to Game number 6, down 12 at the half, was able to outscore the Utah Jazz 36-19, had a 5-point lead going into the fourth quarter, tied at 94 with a couple minutes left, and then Jalen Brunson knocking down the three-pointer to give them a 97-94 lead. They did not look back from there. But we cannot go in this game and not talk about Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian Finney-Smith's defense on Donovan Mitchell throughout the entirety of this series, his 18 points, a playoff career high for him. Dorian Finney-Smith knocked down big shot after big shot after big shot in this game. Give him a lot of credit when you start looking at his numbers and what he was able to do in this game. 18 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 9 from the three-point line. Had 10 rebounds in this game also for the Dallas Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith, one of the unsung heroes for this team throughout the course of this series. His defense, his timely three-point shooting, and the way that he stepped up in big moments, you give him a lot of credit for the way that he played in this series, specifically in his defense against Donovan Mitchell. One of the things that we have to look forward to, though, when the Mavericks take on the Suns, yes, I know that the Mavericks lost all 3 games in the regular season to the Phoenix Suns, but when you look at the season series a little bit more closely, Luka Doncic did not play in the first 2 games of the regular season series. Kristaps Porzingis was still on this team when the Suns took on the Dallas Mavericks in their 3 games. This is a completely different basketball team with a different resolve, much better defense, and their ability to shoot the ball and knock down shots when they are capable of. They wind up shooting nearly 40% from the three-point line for the game in Game 6. This is a different Mavericks team that the Suns will be facing in the Western Conference semifinals. But give credit to Jason Kidd and head coach defensive coordinator Sean Sweeney. Their game plans throughout the course of this series, I thought Jason Kidd outcoached Quinn Snyder. I thought Quinn Snyder had some decent moments in this series. Obviously, he could have had another big moment with the timeout after timeout play to Bojan Bogdanovic missing a three-pointer, though, at the end of the game that would have given Utah the win to force a Game 7. But Jason Kidd being able to get this team over the first-round playoff hump with the defensive intensity that this team's calling card is now, you give him a ton of credit for the way that he has turned around the culture of this team, making a defensive-minded team, again, holding another opponent to under 100 points. This team is a much different one than the last couple of years. And again, it cannot be understated the experience that the Mavericks have gone through over the last couple of years. Obviously, disappointing first-round series losses in back-to-back years to the Los Angeles Clippers. The mental resolve of this team, the character of this team that Jason Kidd likes to call it, showed up big time in this series where they had another double-digit comeback and they were able to finish it off in game number 6. At one point, the Mavericks had taken a lead after a 16-2 run to go up 80-72 in the early part of the fourth quarter. Give credit to Utah fighting back. We knew that this was their last gasp for this entire group when it came to Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Quinn Snyder. You had to put them away. They did not go away without a fight. But the Dallas Mavericks took this game from the Utah Jazz, and that should be the most impressive part about this game. Dallas took it from Utah. They went into their building, got a win on the road, but more importantly, they were the ones that showed the mental and character resolve to come back again in the second half. Spencer Dinwiddie was great. We talked about it again. He had to be the guy that coming into this game had to be the guy to help this Mavericks team offensively be much better, and he was. The defense of Reggie Bullock in this series cannot be understated either. Basically playing Mike Conley off the floor. You saw the travel call at the end of the game that got the game in position for the Mavericks to be able to win it. The Mavericks defensively were spectacular in this series. They will need to take that with them as they get ready to take on the Phoenix Suns in Game 1 on Monday. But how about the historical context of this win? Luka Doncic and Dirk Nowitzki both get their first ever playoff series win on the road against the Utah Jazz when it came down to the final possession. You cannot make this stuff up when it comes to the connection between Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic. Hopefully it won't take nearly as long for Luka Doncic to win an NBA championship, but the symmetry, the career arc for both of these players when it comes to the playoffs specifically and winning their first playoff series on the road against Utah the way that they did, that's why we love sports and why we love the NBA. For Luka Doncic, though, his chance to now move on into the NBA playoffs has come to fruition. They will take on a Phoenix Suns team that dispatched the New Orleans Pelicans in 6 games in a very hard-fought series there. But this is a different Mavericks team with a different mental character and resolve, and they were able to turn the page from a difficult first half where they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn to the second half where they were absolutely spectacular when you look at their three-point numbers in the second half, shooting 14 of 25 from the three-point line, 56% from downtown. That just gives you an idea of the character of this team and how they were able to put away a bad first half and then come out firing on all cylinders. Dorian Finney-Smith played all 24 minutes in the second half. Luka Doncic played all 24 minutes in the second half. Reggie Bullock played 22 of a possible 24 minutes in the second half. They leaned on their guys, and their guys pulled it through. Congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks. They are moving on in the Western Conference playoffs. They will take on the Phoenix Suns in the Western Conference semifinals. Game 1 is on Monday. The Dallas Mavericks, 98. The Utah Jazz, 96. The Dallas Mavericks win their first round series 4-2. They are off until Monday when they take on Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and the Phoenix Suns. Happy for all the MFFLs who have watched this team, have been through a lot with this team, and now they're in position to take on Phoenix on Monday. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kevin Gray Sports. Again, be sure to hit that subscribe button right there for all things Kevin Gray Sports here on YouTube. This has been another episode of Inside the Mavs right here on Kevin Gray Sports. We'll talk to you later. Peace.